You won't believe what happened when I showed up after 7 years, holding her sister's hand. The look on her face was something I'll never forget. She told me to disappear forever, and I did. But when I came back, everything she'd built came crashing down in seconds. 7 years ago, I was just a simple man in love with a complicated woman named Laura. We'd been together for 5 years. I loved her more than anything. But the closer we got, the more she changed. She started talking about outgrowing me, about how she wanted more from life. One night, she sat across from me at dinner, her tone cold and sharp. "You should just disappear," she said. "Go live your small life somewhere far away. I don't ever want to see you again." Those words cut deep. I asked her if she really meant it, and she said, "Yes, you're holding me back." I left that night with just a suitcase. I didn't fight, didn't shout. I just walked away. It felt like losing my entire world. But looking back, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I started over in another city, built a small business from nothing, worked endless nights, and slowly turned pain into motivation. In those 7 years, I grew into someone I never imagined I could be. Stronger, wiser, more patient, and then fate intervened. A few years after moving, I met someone. Kind, smart, genuine. Her name was Lily. We clicked instantly, but it wasn't until months later that I learned something shocking. She was Laura's younger sister. At first, I froze. I didn't know what to do. When Lily realized who I was, she was quiet for a long time. Then she said something that stayed with me forever. "You're not the man my sister described. You're better." I didn't pursue her at first. It didn't feel right. But life has a strange way of weaving circles. We became close friends, then partners, and eventually, something deeper formed. She saw me for who I was, not for who I used to be. Years passed peacefully, until one day, I had to return to my hometown for a family matter. Lily insisted on coming with me. We both knew there was a chance we'd run into her sister, but we decided not to hide. And just like that, fate staged the moment perfectly. We were walking down the main street when I heard a familiar voice. I turned, and there she was. Laura. She looked almost the same, though time had carved subtle lines into her face. She froze when she saw me, her eyes widening as if she'd seen a ghost. "Mark?" she whispered. I smiled politely. "Hello, Laura." Her gaze shifted to Lily, who was holding my hand. It took her only a second to understand, and the color drained from her face. You're with my sister?" Lily stepped forward calmly. "Yes, Laura. He's with me. And before you say anything, he's the best thing that ever happened to me." Laura looked like she couldn't breathe. "This is a joke," she stammered. "You can't be serious." But I was serious. I had moved on, not out of spite, but because I'd found peace. She tried to act composed, asking questions about where I'd been, what I'd done, but her voice trembled. Finally, she said, "I told you to disappear. I never thought you'd actually listen." I smiled faintly. "You told me to disappear, and I did, but you never said I couldn't come back stronger." Her eyes glistened, and for a second I saw regret flicker in them. She whispered, "You really loved me once." "I did," I replied softly. "But love dies when respect does." We left her standing there on the sidewalk, speechless, lost, trapped in the same arrogance that had once destroyed everything. Later that night, Lily held my hand and said, "You didn't come back to hurt her, did you?" I shook my head. No. I came back to thank the person who taught me what love isn't. It's been 2 years since that day. Lily and I are married now, living a life full of laughter, peace, and quiet evenings. Sometimes I still think about that night, about Laura's face when she realized the man she told to disappear had returned. Not broken, not bitter, but better. And that's the sweetest revenge of all. Not proving them wrong, but proving to yourself that you were always enough. If you liked the video, please subscribe and turn on notifications.